Hey guys, editing Melanie here. Just a heads up that these next two episodes are going to be audio only, which is a bummer, but we will be having some nice visuals on our video podcast, and we'll be back to normal after this. We just had some scheduling issues with the normal studio that we use, and we used a different studio last minute, which unfortunately it's not the same quality, but it's still a lot of fun, and we still have some really cool things, so be sure to check it out.
Welcome back, everybody, to the We Are Not Okay pod. I'm your host, Jonan.
And I'm Melanie. And wait.
What?
We have a special surprise.
We do have a special surprise.
Not only are we at a different
location, yes. We had some, studio scheduling things again. But this time we're at a studio and we're not at Melanie's house. So we did figure out something. But for the first time ever, Mel, we have our drum roll, please.
Yeah.
We have our first ever guest, my best friend, my lover, my man, Reid Harris, everybody. Let's give it up for Reid Harris, everybody. Let's go. Oh, wait, wrong sound effect. There we go. There we go.
For me.
Everyone. How you feeling, man? How you feeling?
Dude, honestly, it's a little dark in here.
Yeah.
But at the same, I'm half asleep. I had some coffee. I slept in. I'm feeling great, man.
You slept in. You were in my couch.
I know. Yeah. I'm telling you as if you don't know.
Yeah. We came here together, but
Jonan was trying to get me up since
No. I tried to get him up for literally fucking 5 hours. I was trying to get this man. He literally was in he was sleeping so hard he had marks on his face. I was like, I won't disturb him.
I was comatose.
Wait, guys, we haven't done Reid. A little bit for the audience to know. So you've been my best friend for maybe
almost
a decade.
10 years now, right?
We have traveled. We've done so many things together. We both have stories on stories, which we're gonna get into today. But one thing that I will say is that. I really want to make it a thing that my last podcast project, Reid was our first guest, and again in this podcast, he is our first guest. So let's give it up for Reid one more time. Wrong sound effect. All right. All right. Well, okay. As you can see, guys, in this studio they gave me a board, and pretty soon they're probably gonna take it away by the end of this episode.
No.
But
I'm gonna take it away.
But listen. Wait. So now that you're back in Miami from New York, he is a Miami native, but he's moved to New York. Let's do a little colada shot. Pa arriba. Pa abajo, pa centro. We're not going there. Pa dentro. Woo! One more time.
All right.
It's really loud. So that's really loud. I blew out my eardrum on that. So, listen, man, we got a lot of things to get into, man. But first and foremost, man.
Let me pull up the topics.
Yeah. What do you tell me? Tell the audience, because I know.
I mean, for the people who don't know me at all, I'm very honored to be a guest on the We're Not Okay podcast, because I also am not okay,
Yeah,
so I can
exactly.
I mean, you got a face tat.
Yeah, that's the funniest thing.
Okay, we'll explain that a little. Yeah, go ahead, get into
the camera if they could see it.
The camera's right other side.
But so I walked into the podcast studio today, and I haven't seen some of these cats since high school.
Yeah,
and Smoke was looking at me sideways because I have a butterfly tattoo on my face that's fake, and he was just didn't say anything, but in his head later on he was like, yeah man. I was like, yo man, New York changed this dude.
Well, to preface this, guys, my birthday was this is coming out a little bit after, but my birthday was yesterday, January 27th, so it's been it was a good little I did the sparkle sound effect.
I can't.
So
I don't have headphones, so he has to say
sparkling
he's
effect.
pressing.
Well, some of them are really loud and blew out our eardrums, but look, so my birthday was yesterday. I turned 27, and I ended up having everyone wished me happy birthday. I picked up Reid from the airport. We went to one of the original hammock spots called Miwi. It's been around since the 1920s.
Yo, shout out to Miwi.
Shout out to Miwi Cafe, bro.
Bro, the Miwi Cafe has had the same prices for the past 30 years. I don't know how it's profitable.
I don't think I've ever been there.
We have to go. It's literally a South Florida staple.
Dude, there's inflation going on, they're still selling an entire breakfast for $4.99.
Listen, Russia can be actively invading the hammocks and be like, listen, $8.95 for the egg combo and the little.
Dude, it's been.
They give because they give you the café con leche, they give you the rebotillo.
So you get 2 eggs, your choice of ham or bacon, the cafecito, the fucking pancito with butter,
So good.
and the drink for like $7.99.
And the same
Jesus
cats have worked
Christ.
there, yeah, since we were like kids. So it's interesting that we've kind of that place has stood the test of time.
We're
It's one
not
of those people-
sponsored, by the way.
No,
either.
no, no.
We're
We just
not
really
sponsored.
love
Not
their food.
sponsored, but
at the same time, be weak.
Hey, listen to me. Hit us up,
you
bro.
know, like slide through.
Slide in the
Hey,
DMs.
you know, use the code Reid 69420 for 10% off. But
Don't
no,
actually though.
no,
You're gonna
literally,
pull up
It's
to
not
me when
gonna
they're gonna be
no,
like,
don't do
"Okay."
that though. No, but we ended up doing. So we
What's
ended
a
up
read?
Yeah. So we ended up going there, and then I had a little bit of a business meeting, but we'll get into that in a few more episodes. I can't say anything just yet. Very tight-lipped. But and then after that, you know, we were running around town, and I went to get breakfast. We went to get a haircut, and this guy went to Flanagan's while I was getting my haircut. You know, the South Florida special.
Yeah,
Yeah,
South
I
Florida
just-
staple.
There's just a couple things I have to do
Yeah.
every time I come.
Yeah.
And he
Okay.
walked
Florida.
across 88th Street to the Flanagan.
Oh,
So
Oh my
yeah,
god.
yeah. I put my
Street-
life at
No, why
risk.
would you do that?
Put
So
my
so
life at
88th
risk.
Street, for the listeners who aren't from Miami, it's a very, very, very dangerous, busy avenue that he decided in low visibility to cross himself.
And the best part is I didn't even cross like on the sidewalk.
No,
Like,
you
I
jaywalked.
just-
Completely jaywalked.
Well, I mean that's true Miami and true New York are all in one.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
So you know, we ended up going to dinner with my family because on my birthday I always like to do dinner with my family. And when I came home, my wonderful girlfriend Tiffany threw me a surprise party, and we had these traditional stickers. That's why I have like a tattoo on my neck. He's got one on his face because we were all getting ourselves. I mean, I have real tattoos too. You know, shout out to Joey, but.
No, those are all just
They're all fake.
temporary
They're all
tattoos,
You know, guys-
temporary
guys.
tats.
You know, guys, new
They're all
studio,
fake.
new announcement. They're all fake. I'm kidding. No, but we ended up all getting like fake, stick-on tattoos, and Reid decided to put a butterfly on his. I have a butterfly on my chest too.
Oh, yeah.
But
Take
but
it
yeah,
off.
so my neck tattoo. Fuck yeah. So my neck tattoo and my chest tattoo aren't real, but we ended up having a really good night. And Melanie was there waiting to break into my house to set
Yeah.
up this party.
Wait, can I tell the story really
Yes,
quick?
because
I don't think I've
because
told you
shout
the
out
full
to Melanie,
story.
because without Melanie, without my girlfriend, this would not have happened, and all of my other wonderful, wonderful friends, and Taco, and Christy, and Josh, and Shelly. So without you guys, this wouldn't have happened. So thank you
Yeah.
so much, Mel.
So okay, so let me set the stage. So Tiffany messages me like early in the week. Oh,
Friendship.
Oh.
Go ahead.
early in the week, she messages me and she says, "Okay, hey, like here are all the details. Show up between 7:30 and 8:30." And I was like, "Bet, okay." So I went. I stopped by Publix. I picked up like a 12-pack of beer, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna go." So I get there. I'm the first one apparently.
Oh,
Because
that's always fun.
I tried to get in and I didn't realize that all of the outdoor doors are all locked and you have to have a key to get in.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck. But there was me, 3 other people, and like a couple, like an old couple, and the old couple let all 5 of us in.
Mood.
Oh, sounds
That's
safe.
good. That's good. That's always.
Sounds safe.
And so
So if you
I
ever
was
want
like,
to
real
steal
OG,
things from
you
that
know?
neighborhood, you just wait at the door and then
Yeah,
wait
just,
for
like,
old people to let you
awkwardly.
in.
Yeah. So
I mean, they're
looked-
NPCs anyways.
I was probably awkward as fuck. So they were probably like, let's just help this
Oh
girl.
yeah, and the theme was emo because obviously
Yeah.
that's our vibe, and she was just in leather and clad and shit. So.
Oh, see, I didn't catch the theme. I literally pulled up wearing like a fisherman vest and
Yeah.
like a pink shirt and Yeezys.
And you
like, I
tried, and
didn't
you took
catch-
my pants off at my door while they were waiting for me. I was screaming.
Oh yeah, that's another
Wait,
thing.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
we'll get
Hold
there.
on,
We'll get there. We'll get there. Tell me.
So I get to his door and I text Tiff and I'm like, hey, I'm here. And then she goes, oh, here's Christy's number. Like, see if you can reach out to her. And I was like, okay. So I text her. I'm like, hey, I'm here. Like, whatever. And she's like, oh, I'm on my way. And I was like, huh?
Yeah,
It was already 8 or like 7:45.
but you know what's the crazy
And I was
part?
like, okay, so I'm just like on my phone,
Wait,
like
you
on
know, but-
Instagram and on TikTok and shit. So I'm going through stories and I see a story that he posted 20 minutes before I was standing there in his room.
Yeah, because we were all getting ready.
I had
Remember
just
for the dinner.
missed you guys
Oh wow.
by like 10 minutes. I swear
Yeah.
to God.
So imagine I would have opened my door and seen Melanie. Like, what would she have said? Like, hey.
No, the door would have
Uber
unlocked
Eats.
and I would have like fucking booked it. I would have like just run.
You've been
Sprint.
stomping through the fucking thing. I would have just been like, man, another one of
She
those
was like,
crackheads.
oh, I just was,
Hey, buddy.
strolling
Yeah.
through.
I
Hey,
was,
buddy.
yeah, I'm at a party for another
I was just in the
friend. It's
neighborhood.
crazy.
Yeah, I was like, how did you get in? Yeah.
Anyway, so then we finally get that sorted. We're setting up the entire apartment, me, Jocelyn, and Christy.
Yeah,
And
and-
we're sitting there, like we're putting all shit together, and then Taco goes, "Hey, like we should get liquor." Because we saw that you had like very little.
Oh, I'm sorry that I'm not actively
No, I
drinking
know,
by myself in my apartment.
I know, but like we didn't
Been a
know
rough
that.
day.
We didn't know that, or else you would have just brought it. So then me and Joss took like an adventure
to try to find, like, to the liquor store.
There's a liquor store across the
But,
street.
like, imagine 2 emo goth chicks walking into a liquor store at 10 p.m.
That's true.
Sheesh.
How'd that go?
That sounds like the beginning of a Saw movie.
Yeah.
So that was fine because Joss, like, she has like her own liquor that she likes, but I don't really drink liquor.
And then when she had her own
So
liquor,
then-
I was like,
no,
she
no,
didn't
no,
tell me
no.
she had her own label.
She's like, shout
No,
out
no.
Joss's liquor.
Yeah, shout out.
It's
No,
like,
kidding.
The bottom
No,
has
like, she
fishnets
has
on
one.
it.
She also doesn't drink a lot of liquor, so like she's like, I just like this specific one. So we were like, okay, we at least have that. So we had a screenshot, and we're like trying to like, okay, okay, that's the one on the screenshot.
You definitely
And
don't
then-
look underage.
No.
By holding a phone and like comparing
Is this
to
the
it.
one?
Hey, can you show me where the tequila is at?
So tell me.
And then
So, but was
yeah.
it weird? Did you like did like people look at you guys funny?
No, thank God it was only the 2 owners,
God
and they were
bless.
such nice like Cuban men.
Oye, hacer tu
So-
sabes. No, they were like, hola.
They were really nice. But like then we ran back to your apartment because we didn't know how close you were.
Yeah.
We ran back. We almost forgot the cake.
Oh yeah, they had a cake. Let me.
It was in the middle of the dark, by the way.
Yeah, they
setting
gave
up
me a
this
cake.
How long were you guys sitting there in the dark? It had to be a while.
No, it wasn't
Because-
that long because we heard the doom of the door and we were like, fuck, he's here. So we started like scrambling, like pulling all the thing. I have a video. It was at least like a minute.
Oh, that's
Before the-
amazing. Well, because Jonan and I have a fairly healthy friendship/relationship.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
would say it's more of a
I would
relationship.
say that, like, you know,
A situationship.
Yeah, a little
yeah,
bit.
you know, I'm one of the hoes, I guess. You know, whenever I'm in town.
Well,
But
yeah.
But all jokes aside, we like to fuck with each other a lot.
Yeah.
Excuse my language. I don't know what.
No, you can say
No,
piss
yeah.
shit,
PG-13.
pegging. I love getting pegged.
Piss
Yeah,
shit,
whatever the fuck you
pegging.
want. Yeah,
Got it.
yeah. No slurs, but you can say
But,
whatever you want.
Yeah, no slurs, no racism, no
No
homophobia. So thank you.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
we're-
I think I'm not normally racist,
Oh,
homophobic,
God.
misogynistic douchebag.
But right now,
But
Right
thanks
now.
but thanks for letting me know.
I mean,
you stink.
No, but so whatever. Long story short, Jonan, I like to fuck with Jonan. I feel like no one really fucks with Jonan. Jonan
Yeah.
usually is the person doing the fucking.
Yeah,
with,
I'm doing.
you
I'm
know?
usually doing
He's
the fucking.
usually the
Yeah,
bully.
yeah, yeah.
He's usually like
period.
the
That's what
bully.
the sentence ends.
Yeah, I'm usually doing the fucking period,
Oh wow.
Yeah.
or getting fucked.
No,
Period.
no. So I like to fuck with him, and we were like walking down the hallway. I also was unaware that there was a surprise party. Tiff told me maybe like 2 weeks prior, but like
What do you mean you were away? You had 14 days.
I don't know. It's kind of just like
Yeah,
like, you know,
I mean,
like,
well, yeah. To preface this, we're both Aquariuses. So you tell me one thing is, like,
well,
I forgot.
I was under the impression that we were gonna get there. Tiff was gonna pick up her wallet, and then your friends were gonna meet us at a bar.
yeah, well, because I was like, oh, guys, well, let's just go. Because there's a bar in Miami that's like Ocean's 11 that I'm
she
like,
fooled me. She
Well-
literally was like, "Oh, we're gonna go
Oh, no,
pick up
I
my
got
wallet
that.
right
Well,
quick,"
well,
and then I was like, "Oh shit."
well, I've used my apartment as like a hub to throw parties for everyone, and I low key like every single person, like Melanie at 12 a.m. was like happy, like all of it. You were, everyone told me happy birthday, but like Shelly and Sam hadn't, and I was like, why are like every single like almost 100 people told me happy birthday, and I was like, where the fuck is Shelly and Sam? So I was really kind of sad, and I was like, all right, whatever, we'll just go to a bar, and then I'm throwing a party today, January 28th. I'm just aging it because whatever, it's gonna air whatever, but.
it's gonna be this week. It's
It's
not
gonna
that
be
bad.
this week, so I'm throwing a party. Well, by the time you see this, the party would have already happened. But
It was fun. I can guarantee
yeah,
that.
yeah,
the party was so lit,
it's
bro.
so fucking lit, dude. Let's get that one. Holy shit, that's so loud. I'm sorry. So besides that, yeah, I mean, I was just like, all right, well, I guess my friends forgot or whatever. I was just like, whatever. Maybe they'll catch me tomorrow. Maybe
Yeah.
people are. We're in our later 20s, so everyone's kind of busy. So. I go home and I'm like, all right. And then I remember Tiff was like, oh, babe, I forgot my keys. And like, she's very anal about her keys and her wallet. And I remember she was like, oh, we got to go back home to get my, and I was like, fuck, all right, well, let's go there and let's go. I was already out, but we can just fucking go get your keys. And then Taco was like, bro, I have to take a shit. And he was very adamant about taking a shit.
Okay, see that? I feel like that also probably was true though. Like,
No.
like I felt like it.
But I was like,
helped
these
the
are all very
story.
viable things that have happened. So like, there's been times where we stopped, like, hey, I gotta take a shit. I said, okay, let's go take a shit. So
Let's
together.
right? As a team,
So-
it's
We're
a group
back,
effort.
yeah, as a group,
As a group.
in the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
in the same stall.
So-
So
so-
we all have to like join hands.
Oh
Got
yeah,
it.
if I'm not smelling your body odor, like if I'm not
All right,
if I'm
all
not
right.
inhaling your, okay, so
Again,
so
we're getting
we're getting too down.
Focus.
So I go whatever. So on my perspective, so I'm like, all right, whatever, guys. So we go up the stairs, and then while you're scrambling, we're talking shit in the hallway, and Taco like stops to tell me something, and I was like, whatever. I thought he had to take a shit. And then all of a sudden, Reid.
Oh yeah,
okay,
so I reached for. I went. I originally was just gonna give him a bear hug,
Yeah.
just because we
We
juegos
don't
de manos, like
yeah,
just
yeah.
like horseplay. But then I kind of saw he was like reaching for his keys, and I peeped his belt, and I was like, oh, it'd be funny if I just took off his pants.
Forcibly took off my pants.
So
yeah.
I just like basically did that, and mind you,
Basically-
everyone is inside the fucking apartment.
I'm
getting
screaming.
ready to yell
I'm
surprise, and it sounds like he's being mauled outside the door.
Like,
No,
"Stop!"
the thing is that it was me and Joss on one side, and then
Yeah.
it was Christy and Shelly on the other side.
Got it.
And
You guys heard the
so
screaming?
We're whispering. We're like, okay, we're all gonna jump out when they open the door. When they open the door, we're gonna jump out. We're whispering. All of a sudden, we hear, "Stop! Why are you taking my pants off?" And me and Joss are like, "What the fuck is going on
Some
outside?
kinky
Like, what the fuck
motherfuckers."
is happening?" Because we thought everybody outside knew. Like, we thought you knew that we were inside his apartment.
I had
So
no
we're
idea.
like,
I got
"Why is he
bamboozled.
taking off his pants
I got
like,
bamboozled.
before he walks into this apartment full of people."
Yeah, that
But
would have
now,
been fucking tragic.
Come to find out that
Yeah.
you did not know.
You were just
No,
so
I'm a bad listener.
So long story short, Reid, they jump out and they're like, "Happy birthday!" and they scared me so much that my asshole. I didn't tell you this. My asshole scrunched because I got so scared. And yeah, we ended up.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah. So we ended up.
Don't
we,
you hate when that
yeah,
happens?
yeah. It was amazing. But I ended up. I really do appreciate it, and it means the world to me. So thank you guys so much because I had a great time, and I it's hard for me. Like I give a lot, and like it's like sometimes hard for me to receive. So to be put in the position where I've been able to like receive so much love the last 48 hours it's really a blessing. So thank
Got
you
you.
guys.
And
Yeah.
here's a random side note. I'm not sure.
No,
Before
we
we
could-
get
we
into
could pivot
topics,
out of it.
But I haven't had a cafecito like that in a while.
Are you seeing in 4K right
And
now?
That shit hit me like I just hit a hookah or something.
Yo.
like I took the shot to the face, and I'm just like,
Wait, question.
Wait, for real?
dude, I don't.
Oh,
you
we're
know,
fine.
I drink like.
I'm gonna take it. You want another one?
I'm down. In
All right.
in New York, like they're obsessed with Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh yeah, because they're white people.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. I mean, I fuck with Dunkin', but like I didn't.
It's super popular up north.
Oh yeah,
Super.
like people like got mad at me when I was like, Dunkin's like whatever. They're like, yo, what? Like
what the
people
fuck is up,
So-
bro?
so-
What's wrong with you?
I want to get into this with you. So, just kind of tell the audience like the listeners, the viewers, the sexy people who where, like, what's your story, bro? What's your vibe? Because this is our first time we have anyone on the show.
So,
So,
just for a slight
Yeah.
intro, like real small. I'm not.
we're
gonna,
18 minutes deep, but yeah, sure.
Yeah,
let's do it.
exactly. At this point.
Yeah, at this point, it's like,
Long story short, I ended up
Thank
moving
you.
to New York about a year and a half ago because of work, right? So COVID happened, as you guys mostly probably know. I'm a flight attendant, and thank you, sir.
Yeah, we're sorry. We're giving each other coffee shots.
But so I'm a flight attendant. During COVID, I got furloughed, and then after furlough, like after when they called me back to work, they had no longer had availability in Miami Airport. They only had availability in Boston or in New York. So I kind of took that opportunity to just like move to New York, and the plan was to come back to Miami after a couple months. But then one of my boys, shout out Fernando, much
Love you, Fernando
love,
Ferroni,
bro,
friend of
much
the
love.
pod, friend of the
Much
pod.
love.
I guess I don't know if I don't know this person, but
Wait, hold on,
He's-
one-
he's
Friend of the
phenomenal.
pod.
Was the camera good? Okay, cool.
And so basically, he was around that same time. I was looking for a roommate, and he was like, "Hey, man, you should just the way that it all lined up." He's like, "Yo, look, I know we're thinking about going back to Miami, but maybe you should try the New York thing for a bit. I already found a spot. I just need one roommate." He's a really tight friend of mine from high school,
Yeah.
so I was like, "Fuck it, we'll run the New York thing for a year." And then after about like a year there, I picked up DJing. I've always been into music, but I had put music down after college for a little bit, and then just the vibe in New York is like there's a lot of very creative people, a lot of dreamers, a lot of people that may work at a coffee shop during the day, but at night are like choreographers or singers or producers.
for sure.
So just being around a lot of people like that kind of like brought me back to my roots, kind of.
And I remember seeing that you're slowly starting to fall in love with your craft again. It was beautiful. We're back.
Wagwan.
Sorry about that. We had some technical snags here, but we're back.
And better than ever.
Better than ever.
Than ever.
Sorry about that. So Where were we? Oh yeah, about you.
Long story short, New York is awesome. I moved to New York out of my control and ended up making it work for me.
How did you start DJing? Tell us a story about how you started.
Oh, this
DJing.
is what's crazy, and this is something that I think is very much New York culture, right? So in Miami, because everything is so fucking far away from each other, unless you live on like Miami Beach, you mainly have to have a car, right? Which is pros and cons, like. But in New York, you do a lot of walking.
So much walking.
So, and there's so many people that you just like bump into people more often. Like it's less clicked up, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, so the DJ thing, I was producing music in New York just with a couple boys and like producing for some artists, you know, shout out Marco El Tiempo, bro. It's my dog. But like, and then I lived in Harlem. And I would walk by this juicery like every day, right? So I went inside the juicery, get a little ginger shot. The owners of the juicery ended up just like being my homies, and both of them were DJs. And I told them like, yeah, dude, like I play drums, I produce beats, like we should link. So I went to one of his like DJ gigs at this rooftop bar in Williamsburg, and he had like one of those like electric drum sets, so I like played along with his DJ set, like, and we just became really tight.
And was this live in front of other people?
Oh yeah. Like, it's like there's this hotel called the Williamsburg Hotel.
Oh, it's not like
in Brooklyn.
That's like a famous hotel, no?
Yeah, and on the rooftop they have a water tower that they converted to like a house club.
Okay.
And it's just sick, and the views are sick. But I ended up just going there, playing drums with this DJ, and he was like, "Yo, man, like you should learn how to DJ." And I was like, I don't really know. I'm more so into like the production side of it, you know, making beats, making like singing or like rapping, things like that. And he's like, bro, just try it. And then within like maybe like 2 weeks, I just started, you know, I got really good at it, you know, really, really quickly just because of the musical background that I had and the mentorship just from them, you know, like because they've been in the game for, you know, 10, 12 years. So they were able to kind of keep me away from a lot of those like common mistakes or like, you know, little,
that's super
little
helpful.
bumps in the road.
And can you, because I'm so like fascinated because I've always been like, you know, content creator, more video, more jokes. So, and you guys are both musicians, so we can talk about that. But for these like, you know, spinning and mixing and stuff, what are these common mistakes that people make?
A lot of it is the business side of it too. I mean, obviously you have to have the skill.
Absolutely, yeah.
But like a lot of it is like not being afraid to ask for the amount of money that you believe that you're worth, you know?
Yes, exactly.
And like a lot of people get underpaid for 2, 3, 4, 5 years of their career.
Yeah.
And are struggling to pay bills and things like that. And then later are like, wait a second, why like I should be making X amount an hour? And like, obviously when you're first starting trying to get making money in music, that first step is difficult because you're just happy to get any gigs at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
But these like my mentors were just kind of like, yo man, like they're trying to pay you like garbage. Like just for principal reasons, like have patience. Wait, like I'd rather you work this type of gig and make X amount of money and just like have the principle of knowing like I will never work less than this.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like I was able.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So.
I mean, and was there a point in your?
I mean, I'm still fairly new as well, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm not like out here DJing everywhere, like.
But you essentially, you know, I mean, run me through the story of how you started DJing, you know, just off rip, because I remember that story in itself is insane.
What do you mean?
Like the story of like the person being like, hey, watch the DJ set for me, and then you just kind of started pressing buttons and you're like, this works.
Oh well, that's how they kind of started like mentoring me into it. Is like he was like, yo man, I'll show you how to DJ, but like, you know, my boy Jay, like God bless his heart, like he's a great dude, but like he's not like, he's more of a hands-on motherfucker. Like he's not gonna tell you like, hey, this is how you do it. It was more so like, yo, just pull up to one of my sets, and I was like, with mind you, no DJ experience at all, just raw dogging it, like, and then
you learn a lot that way though, because like for some things like it's nice to have that background, but for other things it's like, okay, I'm gonna sit here and write a song. I've never written a fucking song before, but I'm just gonna pull up some chords and see what the fuck happens. And
and I think some of the best music is made like that. You know, like the organicness of it. Like I think that's cannot be replicated.
Yeah, like that was my second question. Like when you guys have made your hits, like you have 2 singles out, when you've made some of your greatest like hits,
I currently don't have any music out. I got an EP coming through that I'm working on.
When you've made your best mixes and stuff like that, like, do you guys make them and say, all right, this is the fucking shit, like, this is it?
No.
I mean, I think I've been watching a lot of Rick Rubin lately.
Rick Ross?
Rick
Rubin. Yeah.
But like I think like you never know how the world or the audience is gonna perceive what you put out.
Yeah.
Because like some of the shit that I really fuck with, I think other people are just like, yo, this is straight garbage, and vice versa.
So
you know?
like everything that I like.
Well, no. I think Jonan stays touching this mic, bro. Just to get hands off the mic. I love you, Jonan. No, so I mean, I think like let's say you have an album or an EP. I'm sure there's your songs that like mean the most to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? Like, oh, I wrote this when I was in, going through these feelings, or like, oh, this was like my first
Yeah.
And then there's other songs that like could mean nothing to you, but are popular for whatever reason.
I think I'd be pissed if I'm like, bro, I spent so much fucking time making this, and you guys like the song where we talk about piss and shit. Well, I mean, I'm always talking about piss and shit.
If I'll be honest, like, it's hard to get mad at that, because, like, for example, I still play a song that I've wrote back in 2017. Like, I still play it.
Wait, what song is it?
It Waits.
That's awesome. Is it? Do you still play it? Is it like one of your favorites?
It's still one of my favorites. It's gone through a lot of change. Like
I think you've told me about this song.
When I wrote it in 2017, it was like a 5-minute song, and it was like super slow. It was like kind of like a downer. I don't want to say it's a downer because it's like I was just putting my feelings out.
It's one of those songs that's like it has a specific mood. Yeah.
Yeah. And then recently we like cut 2.5 minutes off of it. Changed, like rearranged it a little bit.
How long was this song?
It was like 5 minutes.
A long song.
It was long as fuck. It was the worst. But like we rearranged it and now have like a brand new love for it,
Hell yeah. And I think that's a huge thing, not to go too deep into the music thing. Something that I've been realizing now as like a songwriter and like producer is arrangement. Arrangement oftentimes is like the whole thing. Mm-hmm. Like, you might have like a really like a lot of good parts in a song, but it's kind of like how it is organized, like from what like section to section and like things like that make a huge difference.
Anyway,
off of the music tip, because I feel like we're going deeper.
I can go forever.
Yeah, we need to have a podcast just like sit down and do this, because I really want to pick your brain about it. Like I have a lot of hesitation because like I'm a perfectionist. I feel like I'm really good at producing other people. Like I'm really good at trying to like mix, like understand someone's vision.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like my own music, like where like I'm the one that's like the artist, like I'm the singer, songwriter, I feel like for me it's just like it's never done. Like I'm just like
it's never done. Absolutely.
Like it's never done. Like I'm like, nah, this could be a little bit better. This could be a little bit better. And I become a perfectionist about it. So I would love to pick your brain about how like you go about like that process.
Yeah. We'll chat about it for sure.
Definitely.
I mean, okay, so
another time.
I sound off mic again, by the way. I sound a little.
Well, because you keep touching it.
Okay, well, it's fine. We'll figure it out. I sound a little bit.
No, I think I can hear you. I mean, I would just.
I feel like a little echoey.
Turn it up.
Turn it up. All right, cool. Yeah, that's better. That's boy. Okay, there we go.
Please do not touch it.
I'm not touching.
Keep your hands off of it.
So this is a little bit of an interesting episode.
Jonan is a little bit handsy.
Yeah,
he likes to.
Well, okay, so Reid.
Yes, sir.
We've known each other for a decade.
Yes,
We've been best friends for a long, long time.
Uh-huh.
We've been through a lot together.
Oh yeah. Oh God.
We have some horror stories.
So
some good stories, some bad stories.
There's a lot of. I think Jonan and I's friendship has extreme highs and also extreme lows.
So I think we should highlight some of those lowlights.
I mean, I'm sure most of the accolades, those are the ones that like you see on the IG. The lowlights,
of course,
the lowlights you never hear about.
Well, my favorite thing, by the way, is when people go, "Well, I didn't know that like." You were feeling some kind of way about this. Like, I didn't know. And I was like, you want me to do a post of me crying to say that I'm fucking depressed? Like, yeah I'd be sad, bro. We're not okay, literally.
I mean, literally. That's what we
maybe
made
we
this
should.
podcast
Maybe we should,
because of this.
We should make Instagram a lowlights Instagram. Like
what I'm saying is we could start a movement where, like, there's an Instagram, but then we can make, like, like a we're not okay Instagram, and on that one, rather than
I
like
see what you're
making
saying.
your life look great, you will just like there'll be filters and like sound and music to make your life look more terrible.
Like, tonight will be the night that I will fall for you. It's like the default. Oh, yo, why did I sound kind of good for a second?
Hold
so
up, bro.
so let's
It's like, wait, hold on.
hold on.
Bars.
So listen,
this
listen.
man in the pit.
And I never would.
Was I gonna tell you? I have to ask.
Okay.
I have to tell you. Well, I have to
Ask. You're asking.
I think I have to ask, and we have to dive into this.
Okay.
So one of my favorite, I guess you could say one of my favorite Instagram accounts is Subway Creatures. What kind of Subway Creatures have you seen?
Bro, when I tell you that all that is true, like, and I'm telling, like, you know, most of the time, like, even when you see memes about Miami, you're like, oh, that's a little fabricated, like, it's a little stretched.
Mm-hmm.
Every single meme you see about New York is 100% accurate. Like, and I mean this, like, you remember, it's been a while now, but, like, do you remember the whole bing bong? Like, that?
Yeah.
No, like,
That's
is
real.
Real.
It's
like,
real.
Wait, so there's
real.
people walking around being like, you can suck my dick. Like,
Oh my God, 100%. 100%, bro. I literally witnessed this in Harlem, bro. And this is not even in the subway. I don't know what happened. I stumbled into the scene halfway through. I had no idea. But all I knew is there was
It's like a side mission in GTA.
Yeah, I was walking
Right.
home from the gym or something with my
Okay.
roommate, and outside of a bodega, there's a young kid, maybe 17, 18
Yeah.
years old.
Wait, break down what a bodega is for people that
Okay,
aren't from
it's
here.
it's basically a gas station without gas.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
they don't really sell any food of substance, but they just like they sell like
You want a bag of chips?
chips
It's
and
90%
I do
Coke.
doing.
have a follow-up question after you finish your story, so I'm
Got
just
you.
like,
I'll try to be quick so we
Yeah,
don't
no,
forget
you're
it.
good.
Long story short, there's a young dude, like a high schooler, slapping the absolute dog
What?
shit out of an old man. Like,
Oh no!
when I tell
Oh no!
like
You just witnessed a crime.
Like I didn't even notice it until I heard the sound, like whack, like, and the guy's bald, so the guy's on the floor, kind of like trying to stand up, and the dude is slapping the absolute dog shit out of this man, and I'm just watching. And I'm like, I hear a loud noise, and I'm looking. I was like, oh shit! And I guess maybe the old man who's like a crackhead or something. I'm not sure. Maybe he took money from him. I have no idea what was going on. But out of nowhere, like a innocent bystander comes out and is like, yo, dog, like leave the dude alone. Like, you know, like he's fucking decrepit and old.
Right.
And then the other guy says, "Oh man, fuck you, dog, fuck you, da da da," and they start going at it. And then the other guy goes, "Yo, I'm my grandmama, bro. I'm my grandmama. I'll whoop your ass." And this is the climax. Mind you, I'm looking back and forth like, oh shit. And then the other guy says, "Man, your grandma could suck my dick." And that was it. I was like, oh, like everyone's wilding out.
So what happened?
Then the dude that like got his grandmother disrespected pulls out a police baton. You know, like those things that go like,
So
and
Like
I
a
was like
nightstick.
a nightstick, and I'm like, dude, like.
why do you have that?
where do you buy this? Where can I? Is
And mind you,
Amazon selling?
he was
these?
just walking around, like, so he just keeps it on deck.
Right.
Dude, it was insane.
So did they scrap?
I left.
Oh,
at
you
that
left.
point.
At that
At that
point.
point, I was like, man, I'm.
Now weapons are getting pulled out. Like,
Yeah, I was
what
like,
kind of
dude,
weapons
I'm
are
hungry.
there?
I don't want to get involved. Right.
Like, yeah, I'm hungry and shit. Like, and also I realized how invested I was. I was standing there for like 6 minutes.
you were
like,
literally just
I was just being like,
you were an audience member
Oh,
in this.
100%.
You were
But see, like if it were Miami, I would have gotten afraid that someone would have just pulled out a gun.
100%.
And I would have like booked it.
Well, in Miami, they're
Oh,
ready to
no.
blast you. Like in
Yeah.
Miami, it's like you know, you cut me off on the Palmetto, you're gonna get a
Oh
fucking
my
bazooka
god, I get
through
so
your windshield.
stressed.
Yeah,
When
it's
people
crazy.
like cut me off and stuff, I'm always like, please don't. I didn't mean to cut you off. I swear.
I mean, I don't really get scared as much as I'm just like, you know what, man? If this is my time, Lord, take me. Like this
Dude,
is it.
I
No,
know,
bro,
I
it's
know. I
just-
may be going too much, but I
No,
have
that's
one
never
more
too
story
much.
that is even saucier than that one.
Okay.
Okay, and
And
we
this
can
is
go,
like-
we can go into when we got arrested.
Got you. It's like Inception, you know. It's like a dream within the dream. Like this
Yeah.
is
Tell
like
me.
a layered fuckery.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So here's another situation. I oftentimes don't see the beginning, but I can infer, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
there's a ice cream dude, right? Like with a little ice cream stand, and he's like arguing with like a crackhead, talking about like, "Hey man, give me back the money, give me back the money."
Okay.
We can only assume that I didn't see it, but we can only assume that the
looks like-
crackhead.
There was
what-
some sort of exchange of money, whether it was willingly or unwillingly.
Yeah.
Was
I'm
yeah.
assuming the
Did you-
crackhead
did-
took money from the ice
Yeah.
cream.
Did you know that he was a crackhead, or did he
I
look
would
like
give-
he maybe lost his home
If
somewhere?
he has one shoe on and is kind of
no.
like tweaking a little bit, I don't want to be mean to these people because they're homeless people, and
Yeah.
it is like an addiction. It's a sickness, a mental illness. You know, like I do believe like that is very, very serious. So maybe we shouldn't call them crackheads. But okay, long story short, the crackhead robs this fucking ice cream man. And,
Wait.
Listen, real quick story. The crackhead robs this ice cream man. And they're like, the ice cream dude is kind of like shaking him and like, oh, dude, give me my shit. And the other dude's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Then 2 or 3 innocent bystanders pull up, and I'm assuming they're trying to help, right? Those 3 random people robbed the crackhead. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. They got the money back. But they didn't give the money back to the ice cream dude. They just left.
Oh.
So like,
What?
So like it was like a 3-pronged like stealing. Like I thought like, oh, the new people were going to get the money from the crackhead and return it to the ice cream man and be like, hey man, here's your shit. No, they just robbed the crackhead and then left. So like,
That's good.
So now the crackhead and the ice cream dude are both looking at each other like, now we're both out of the money. Like they weren't even fighting anymore. They're just like, oh, well, like that is, and I was
They were
like,
just down bad for real.
no, now they're both like they were almost friends because like we're both fucked now. Like
Have you? Okay, so
Wait. Before I forget my follow-up question
Yes.
from earlier.
yeah,
Are there gas stations in Manhattan?
Wait, that's a good question. I've never seen
Because
one.
I've been to Manhattan twice, and I don't think I've ever, like, how do people get around?
Yes, that's a good question.
oh, that is a good question. I'm sure there are.
Yeah.
just like very few and far in between. Most of the gas stations are like on the outer skirts. Also, too, like I don't have a car in
Yeah.
New York, so
Right.
like
Well,
I don't know.
I've seen.
You could have
I know
happened
of
across
2.
one.
I've seen 2 gas stations ever.
Okay.
I saw one in Brooklyn. There's
Brooklyn. That was one of my
Brooklyn?
friends.
I saw in Queens. There's one. So and I believe there was one somewhere in
versus
in
Miami,
Harlem.
that there's a fucking gas station on every corner. Like you sneeze and you're at a Valero, you know, where there's
Well,
a
that's
guy.
what I'm saying, because I'm like the kind of person that pushes it to the point where it's like, I have 30 miles left.
Oh,
Maybe I
I've
should
run
get
out
gas.
of gas 3 times in my life.
Yeah.
Like I'm the type of person to be like, oh, I'll just get gas in the morning, and then you
Yeah.
wake up late, and then I don't do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't get gas in the like for me later whenever it comes. So even if I'm tired or you know I've got like a fucking bullet hole in my knee, I'm gonna still do it because I know the next day I'm not gonna want to do it. But Reid, I have to tell you, we have to
Yeah.
we've got to discuss pivoting out of crime because we're in just fucking crime and dementia and crazy people. I would like to go through this low light before we. This is a 2-part episode, so you guys got to stick around for part 2 because
Yeah.
this is a 2-parter. So if you want the extended cut of the next part, you got to stick around.
Got it.
So, you know, we've gone through the throes of life, of young adulthood, of puberty, of living.
Speak for
laughing.
yourself. I haven't gone through puberty.
Right. So, of living, laughing.
Crazy. I'm
We've
still
lived.
like 12, dude.
I'm literally 13. I just turned. This is my 13th birthday. So we've lived, laugh, love together. You know.
Got it.
Can we talk about one of my favorite memories as an adult of you? And it was
Go ahead. Drag me.
Okay,
Drag me.
so-
Drag.
we were invited. So Reid would periodically be in town, right?
Okay.
And they'd be like, "Hey, Reid's like, hey, dude, I'm gonna be in town from this day to this day. Let's link up." Great, wonderful. Sometimes American Airlines would prop him up at a nice bougie hotel.
yeah,
But so
yeah.
he'd say, "Hey, dude, like, if you could lend me a car or like whatever, or just hit me up. Let's do it." I said, "All right, let's boogie." So I remember I picked you up and you said, "Hey, we're gonna go pick up Shelly and we're gonna I'll rendezvous at my house and we're gonna go to a party." And you said, "Great." So I picked you up. We go to my house. Taco picks us up. We're in the car. We pick up Shelly.
I'm also very scared because I have no recollection of where he's going with this, but I'm
Oh.
committed.
No,
I'm
I
committed.
remember- no,
I have no
You're
idea.
committed to the
No,
bit.
you-
We'll see. We'll see.
Well, no, it's not. I wish I could fabricate this story because this is a real story.
I know it's
So-
a real story,
so-
but I'm just like, he's just committing to it.
No,
Whatever
no,
it
listen,
is.
I'm fully
Yeah.
sending it. So,
ahead.
so we go, we're in the car, and it's us, it's you, Taco in the front, Gata's in the front, it's you, me, and Shelly. So we got 3 Aquariuses, and Sam rather. We got 3 Aquariuses and 2 air signs. We've bought about 16 bottles of Smirnoff Ice because apparently we're filming an episode of How to Catch a Predator. So we're getting ready,
Daylight NBC.
Yeah. Chris Hansen's like, come in.
Oh, man.
Are you Big Dick Goblin 97? Were you talking to
Goblin.
Okay, listen. The point is,
Go ahead.
Goblin mode.
All right. So where we going? Where we
God.
going?
So we go to this party, right? And that night I said, "Hey guys, let's have a."
Is this the one with the bongos?
Yes. So Reid goes. So before we leave.
Wait, was this the one that you guys kept mentioning?
Yes. So Reid goes. Hey man, I got to fly in the morning at 6 a.m. Let's have a chill night. I said, let's just drink some Smirnoff Ice. Well, these other people brought Smirnoff Ice, so we just had a bunch of Smirnoff Ice in the back. And something happened.
Okay, so look, in my defense, I've spent a lot of time playing drums, right? That was like my first love was drums. Latin percussion, bongos, marimba, anything. I did college marching band. Shout out Nick Cannon. Like I did a bunch of like
Shout out to
drumline.
Cannon, wait, back up. What?
Drumline, like the movie.
Oh,
Like,
I didn't know. I was
it was a deep cut.
Wait, first of all,
I was like, wait, pause. Nick Cannon is involved.
Before we jump into this, we've talked about it. He needs to be stopped. We need to stop Nick Cannon.
Yeah, he's got like 13, 14 children. Okay, long story
Anyway,
short,
back to
I've just played a lot of drums in my life, right? And then, like I said prior, I kind of put down the musician bag for like a couple of years. So anytime there's an opportunity to play any type of percussion and I'm under the influence at all, I'm just going to neglect everyone else and go do that. And that's exactly what happened at the party.
Well,
I got lost. We're all having a blast. And they're like, where's Reid? And I'm outside, sweaty as a motherfucker on the bongo, just like, like just going in.
And it gets crazier.
Wait, but you know what that reminds me of? For my friend's like New Year's party, they brought down the timbales. And like, it was me. My boyfriend, who's also a drummer.
Shout out to Carlos, friend of the pod.
This person that is also a musician and like an amazing, just like rapper.
Me?
Yeah. And then we had another person that was also like part of a drum line that plays bass. And so they were all on the timbales, drunk as shit.
And I'm sure it was amazing.
It was beautiful.
And I'm sure it was amazing.
It was the best. I have video. It's
There's
amazing.
something
Beautiful.
about drums that is just so like...
I need to do this
It's
drunk.
so normal. It feels so good. It feels so natural. Like it feels so. There's nothing. Ugh.
Well, look.
But yes, back to the bongos.
So come back to the story. So we all get in the car. We've rendezvoused. We're all together, and they say, okay, where's this party? It's in fucking Hollandale Beach. We're like, great,
bro.
From Kendall. So we're going. So for those of you who are listening who are not from here, that is about a 50-minute drive.
Maybe
like
more.
50,
like close to Fort Lauderdale.
So
right? It's like close
Reid,
to Fort Lauderdale.
from my perspective, I'm in the middle seat. We've got three other mischievous people and two other mischievous people on the sides of me. Taco's driving. Taco's like, what are you guys doing? I remember us playing Dear Maria Count Me In, Hey There Delilah. I think I swallowed 3 Smirnoff Ices, and then it felt like there was a brief intermission, and we were parked up at the party.
You know what is an interesting fact? Here's an interesting fact about this party too. I was going through my phone and deleting videos. They had like a performance of like this. I don't know if he was a DJ.
I forgot about that.
Or like a pianist.
Oh, that person was fucking terrible.
Oh, it was weird. It was weird. He had a lot of like technical difficulties with his set, so me da pena. But like, dude, he like I guess he was like he was like hiding behind his like piano, and he has like a fake head right on his like. That he just was like
fake head?
like a mannequin head that he was
What the
holding,
fuck?
and he's hiding and just kind of like waving it around up in the air, and then like I guess
remember that.
when the
I
music
remember
drops,
that.
he pops out and like does his thing. But the thing is, like I guess his keyboard wasn't plugged in, so like he has like a little build up, like and it's like building, and then he like pops up and wants to start playing, but it was not plugged in his keyboard, so it was just like really awkward, and we're just like the mannequin head is just kind of like rolling off to the side.
It's like a tumbleweed in the background. You're like, what's going on?
And then there's some girl in the back that's like, play City Girl.
Yo, I remember that.
I want to listen to Megan.
So-
like, you know,
what the fuck?
It was just a weird vibe.
No, so we go to the so I'm just gonna say blatantly, I black out. Okay? so I black out.
How did I end up driving?
Well, the story gets worse, and then you know, for those of you watching, we're gonna continue part 2 because there's more to this. But we get to this party. What's going on?
I hit just text messages.
Yeah.
Like I wish there was a way, and without blocking someone, like it's weird.
Just
it's
shadow ban
interesting.
them.
People, and again, we're getting off topic. But long story short, just I haven't been in
podcast,
Miami
bro.
in
You
over a
gotta
year.
talk shit, bro.
I haven't been in Miami in over a year, and like if people will just send me the most wildest text messages. Like you just come into town, and they're just like, yo, by the way, like. I got like
I can bleep this out. So do you want to say the name or whoever's talking?
No,
No, that's up to you.
no.
No.
That's that. I feel like for the sake of just like
No, let's dox
God
them.
forbid if anyone
No.
ever sees
Dox
this.
them. Where do they live? Let's SWAT their house. So
Motherfuckers are just annoying. You know,
No.
fake as hell. You know,
No.
it's just fake.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we were talking about this yesterday. That's the thing.
we're talking about.
Long story short, there's just some people that like I think are they're not fond of you. You know, like they may not like you as a human. But at the same time, like if you got things going on, they want to be included.
yeah.
Oh,
you
are
know?
they asking to go to my party?
No, they were just like, hey, it was so good to see you yesterday.
How about as they say in New York, you can suck my dick.
Suck my dick.
Suck my dick, bro. But anyways, look. So basically, we were at we go to this party.
Hollandale.
We go to Hollandale Beach, and everyone immediately when we get in is like, "Hey, you need to take your shoes off. Like this is a no shoes."
Dude, there was way too many people there to have
It was a small
because there's like in the front of the house you can't even open the front door without there being like a minefield. There's like 40 pairs of shoes.
It was
at the front
about
door.
it was like 50.
It was crazy.
Yeah. So we take our shoes off, and immediately someone who he looked like he could either be my tío or maybe I was like, oh, this is like her grandfather. Like this is a guy.
Oh, and here's another thing, right? Because everyone was taking their shoes off, and a lot of people were in the backyard. Now you have like nasty sock on dirt and tracking dirt in and out of the house.
Yeah. So this is an outdoor party?
No,
like
it's
an
both.
indoor and outdoor party.
But
and
they're saying
asking you to take off your shoes?
Yes. So it gets better. It gets worse.
It was like raining and shit too.
It only gets worse. Listen, it only gets worse. So
soggy socks.
So I go in, they lose me because I start handing out beer. I don't drink beer. I start handing out beers to all of these fucking people, and all of a sudden we go and we're like, all right, dude, let's all kind of all break off into our little groups. Awesome. We break off into our little groups, and
awesome.
and sorry guys.
But anyway. But yeah, we should like start concluding this.
So we go.
So
we break off into our.
What's the more of the story?
I lose Reid. I come outside. He's fully sweating. He is doing a bongo rain dance, and everyone is super into it.
Oh yeah. We had a crowd.
We have people like fire dancing. I'm like, what's going on here? And it ended up being that Taco passes out next to the rolling head.
And then I drive home happily ever after.
No. And Taco says, I can't drive my own car home. So Reid, who has not been, and I couldn't drive. I was a little
impaired. I haven't literally driven a car in maybe over a year.
So Reid decides to drive a $50,000 Mercedes-Benz on the highway.
I did it perfectly.
Someone has to throw up. So Reid decides to pull off on the off-ramp, not on the shoulder. Yeah. Everyone throws up. We all throw up. We all go home.
I do vaguely remember someone getting naked in that car while I was driving. Yeah. I didn't see it because I was like driving, and then everyone's like, like just like the giggling of like fuckery going on in the background.
But listen, this is one of these stories where this is
You're
one of the.
You're such a good friend.
Yeah, he is a good friend. But
I'm the trooper, man. I feel like I.
But this is just one of many.
I'm a good teammate.
This is one of many stories that we're gonna talk about. So if you guys love this audio and want to hear more crazy tales, we got another one for you coming up.
Stick around. So we
are not okay vibe. All right, sick. Stop down on that one.